So hey guys, and welcome to my channel. So in this video we're going to be talking about Blaire White again. I know I'm getting tired of her, but I want to talk about this. Okay, so if you don't know what's going on with Blaire White, Blaire recently got in trouble because she made quote-unquote a mistake in her video in which she said a trans athlete named Shanae Marie Kroc, she's a trans woman, had competed against men and women in sports.
And something we don't often see is that Janae actually went back post-transition and competing against men just because, I guess. Like, it was kind of like she's gone back and forth competing with men and women based on I don't know what. I mean, that's just a dick move. No pun intended. Okay, pun intended, but I'm a fucking tranny, so I can make that pun. Anyways.
And would you look at that? That wasn't true at all. Janae had only competed in men's division and has no intention of competing against cis women. So Blaire White was called out for making this mistake in her video. And a week went by and she didn't really apologize or anything like that. She didn't issue the correction or anything. Then like 2 weeks went by, still nothing. 3 weeks went by and she was really being called out for it. She was losing subs at this point. And she decides to make an apology and post it on her Twitter and her Instagram. But people were rightfully upset that, hey, Blaire, you made a mistake on your YouTube and you're apologizing on Twitter and on Instagram. Like, what's up with that? Also, another reason people were upset was because, well, it took her like weeks to apologize. What's up with that, Blaire? So now she has uploaded an apology on her YouTube channel a month later. So yeah, this is where we are right now. At first, when I saw Blaire White's apology, I was like, this is interesting, that's for sure. But I don't know if I want to talk about this because, well, for me, I see right through it. I see what Blaire is doing right here. You know, I wasn't planning to talk about this. But then I saw Jacqueline Glenn talk about this on her Twitter. If you can't tell, this is about Blaire. You know, the timeline matches perfectly. So this is about Blaire. And she says, and I quote, YouTuber makes a mistake, apologizes only on Twitter/Instagram. But you didn't do it on YouTube, unsubbing. Apologizes on YouTube, but the title wasn't good enough. You suck. This is why people struggle to grow. Nothing is ever good enough, even when a genuine effort is made. Okay, that's interesting. And if that was in fact true, I would agree with Jacqueline that, hey, this is pretty bad. But I don't think that it's true in Blaire White's case. And also, I just wanted to say this, you know, no hate towards Jacqueline or anything. You know, I understand that she is friends with Blaire. So of course, she would be defensive of Blaire. Even I, you know, I would be defensive of my friends as well. So I understand that. I'm just saying that, hey, I disagree with that. And the reason why is because, well, this isn't necessarily true. So, okay, let's talk about Blaire White's apology because it's taking me way too long to get to the fucking point. So I'm not going to be responding to every single thing that she said in her apology video. I just want to respond to a couple of things. So, like right in the beginning of the video, she says this.
But long story short, one of the trans athletes named Janae, I really fumbled her story. I got her all wrong, and I said this. Something we don't often see is that Janae actually went back post-transition and competing against men. She's gone back and forth competing with men and women. It is for no other reason than my own lack of due diligence and my own lack of sufficient research on her story that I said that. I genuinely did think it did not come from a deceptive place. I was under the misconception that she competes in both men and women's leagues. She corrected it and said actually just men's leagues. And to be frank, there is just no excuse for that kind of inaccuracy to be present in any of my videos. And I definitely never want it to happen again.
Now, usually I would say something along the lines of, well, yeah, like you get things wrong, right? Like you're human, you get things wrong. And And it's okay to make mistakes. It's fine. But here's the thing. She says that, she didn't know that Janae had only competed in men's division and only plans to compete in men's division. She didn't know that. And it was because of her own lack of research. Which, in any other situation, I would be like, oh yeah, that's fine. That's all right. Okay, you get things wrong and you're a human being. It's okay. I understand. However, how do I put these thoughts into words? Okay, the thing is, in Blaire's video, she puts up an Instagram post from Janae's Instagram, and if you just read the fucking Instagram post, it says Janae will only be competing in men's division. Blaire put up that Instagram post. How? Okay, bear with me. Okay, Blaire put up that Instagram post in her YouTube video. Okay, that means that Blaire had read that, right? Because if she hadn't read the Instagram post, how did she know that this was relevant to the things that she was talking about? She had to have read it, right? Right? And if she had read it, she would know that Janae never wants to Janae had only competed against men and only plans to compete in men's division. Blaire did her research. She went to Janae's Instagram and put up this Instagram post in her video. She did her research. So, how Blaire says, it was just a mistake that happened. It was because I didn't do enough research. You did do enough research. You put her Instagram post in your video. And all you had to do was read the Instagram post, and it says right there, hey, I will only be competing in men's division. It says right there. So, what happened? You didn't read it? You didn't read the Instagram post? I'm sorry, I'm sort of losing my mind over here. But make it make sense, Blaire. Make it make sense. How was it terrible research when it was right in front of your eyes? You put that screenshot in your video. You went to Janae's Instagram and put that screenshot in your video. How was it terrible research? And this isn't the first time, okay? There's another incident similar to this. Okay, this exact same thing happened in another video of Blaire's where she talks about Davi vanity. Okay, so there is a YouTuber named Tamimi. And she had made a video on Davi vanity in which she talks about, Davi vanity and how horrible he is. And in that video, she mentions multiple times that, hey, Jeffree Star first called Davi a predator. He said that Davi was a child fucker and he saw Davi bring underage girls to his hotel room and then went back and made music with him and became his friend again. This fact was mentioned in Tamimi's video multiple times. Okay. Now, in Blaire White's video about Davi vanity, she uses multiple clips from Tamimi's video. Multiple clips. Okay, not once, not twice, at least 4 or 5 times, okay? And Tamimi's video is just 10 minutes long, okay? So, Blaire White had used multiple clips from Tamimi's video. It wasn't just one clip, okay? And she mentions the fact that Jeffree actually said that Davi was a predator, but didn't mention that, hey, he took back his words and went back and made music with them and became his friend again. She never mentioned that. Never once, okay? This was, before Carmageddon and before everything started happening, okay? So Blaire never mentioned that at all. Not even once. So somehow, Blaire White used multiple clips of Mimi's video, but she didn't mention the fact that, hey, Jeffree Star actually took back his words and became friends with Davi again. How did that happen? How did that happen? I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. The information was right in front of your eyes, Blaire. How did you miss it? Again, same thing right here. The information was right there. All she had to do was read the Instagram post. All Blaire really had to do was watch the entire video of Tamimi's. That was just 10 minutes long. And somehow, Blaire White cropped out that Instagram post so that people don't see that in that same Instagram post, Janae says that she will only be competing against men And somehow, even after using multiple clips from Tamimi's video, she claims that, oh, she never watched Tamimi's video in its entirety. How did you take multiple clips from Tamimi's video again? Like, how is that possible? It makes no sense. And these two things, they're exactly the same. The information was right in front of Blaire's eyes. And somehow she says that, oh, it was just terrible research. And by the way, she hadn't apologized for that Jeffree Star thing. You know why? It didn't become a big deal at all. But she did apologize here because she was being called out for it. At least that's what I think. That's my theory. That's my preferred explanation. And also another reason why is because I just don't trust Blaire. So that is my preferred explanation. But there's also a second theory. And if this is true, I wish Blaire would just say that, hey, this is what happened. And I'm sorry. I was a fucking dumbass. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's the theory. So I found out that Blaire had uploaded an apology video because I never uploaded his video on Blaire. And under the comment section, Cat Black, if you don't know who Cat is, she is a YouTuber here. She makes awesome videos. I recently watched her video reviewing 50 Shades of Grey because she is someone who practices BDSM. So yeah, her videos are pretty good. Check her out. So this is what she says. So, having been in similar situation as Janae with these people before, what probably happened was this. Blaire was likely sent that screenshot by somebody who was feeding her information, hoping that she would make a video. They themselves probably edited out the context of the full post and saw that it was likely something that she would respond to. So she did. And of course, that took very little to no effort. She probably just Googled her very quickly and read a few things about her on the first page of Google, and that was probably about as deep as it went. So if anything, it shows that she doesn't do her diligence, and she makes content based on what's fed to her, not what she researches. Okay, so this theory by Cat Black is quite likely, I would say. Very likely. Because I have seen insane right-wingers online do this thing to a lot of different people. I've seen it with my own eyes, okay? And of course, Janae seems to be a target, right? So people like her and other trans women seem to be a big target. And I have seen that with small accounts. I've seen that with very large accounts as well. This is very real, and I have seen this happen with my own eyes multiple times. But if this is what happened, I just wish that, hey, she would just be honest and be like, hey, this is what happened. Someone sent me this information. I thought that this was probably true. I didn't do enough research. And yeah, that's how I came to the conclusion that, hey, Janae had gone back and forth competing against men and women. So yeah, that's what I would have wanted. But, I'm not her target demographic now, am I? Anyways, I'm just glad that people are now seeing through Blaire White and are saying that, hey, she makes these mistakes very often and she doesn't apologize. So I'm just glad that people are seeing through Blaire now. So yeah, that's all that I have for this video. What's that bell sound? I don't know. Anyways, like this video if you liked it, comment your thoughts down below about what you think, subscribe for more videos, and yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. And as always, please do not touch your face.